in traffic, but I'm here. I'm just not, I can speak and I can hear, but I'm going to be muted unless somebody says anything to me.
Okay, fair enough, Jean. Thank you. Let's see. So we're waiting for Dr. Muhammad and Kebby. Have a few more minutes. There's Kebby.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
I like your hair. Did you do something different?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Probably hasn't been combed in a couple.
I just literally brushed mine right before I turned the video on because I was like, I think I look crazy. Let me check.
It's gotten long, I will say that. And I'm kind of like, oh, it's winter, so I'll leave it for now.
It looks good. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll give Dr. Muhammad a couple more minutes. I know Maureen was going to join us, but she had a conflict in her schedule, but she won't, like, obviously, she's not going to be a member of the Board of Health, but she'll give monthly updates and facilitate, you know, any kind of Board of Health issues and things like that. And she'll be talking and speaking and participating.
Okay.
Because they ran another vaccination clinic. I actually stopped by at Morrissey Manor today. They've done one at Union School. And I think they're going to either they've done or they're doing one at Preet. So we're trying to, you know, get the seniors and the people that are, you know, in the you know, the housing authority properties vaccinated.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give them another minute or two, and then we're going to start.
Who's that as the call-in user? Is that you, Mrs. Tucker?
Yeah, I'm on an iPhone.
I've been thinking of you, love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Heather Shea.
How are you?
Hi, Jean Mullen.
She's in
Hi, I'm stuck in traffic on the way home from work, so I'm here, but hello.
There was no traffic today from the couch to the chair, so I was.
I haven't left this office since this morning, so I opened the window at least, so I heard the birds.
I probably should say hi to Kristen too. Hi, Coach K.
All right, I'll wait till 5:35.
I will say it's very unusual. Since the pandemic, there's been no traffic whatsoever, so something must be up today.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right. In fact, there was you used to watch the traffic cameras on Channel 8 in the morning. There'd be like no one on the road.
Yep. That's the way it's been, but there must be an accident or something.
All right. I don't know if Dr. Muhammad's going to show or not, but this way he might have had an emergency. So I'm going to start the meeting. So we're going to call to order the Board of Health organizational meeting at 5:35 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Well, I don't have a flag, but I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Now, so under C, Mayor's remarks, I want to thank all of you for your patience. We have tried, but it's been hard to coordinate everyone, but we're here now, and that's all that matters. So I thank everyone, and I thank you for your service to West Haven and the service you're going to give to West Haven, especially not only during the pandemic, but obviously as the pandemic, hopefully, you know, they have the vaccines. People get their vaccinations, things will move along, but we're always going to need a Board of Health. Unfortunately, there's always going to be some sort of health issue, maybe not to the rise of the pandemic, but there will be different situations. So I'm going to do a roll call. Kebby Waterfield, I can see, is here. I know Kathy Tucker is here. Heather Shea is here. Jean Mullins is here. Dr. Muhammad is absent. So, item D is organization of the Board of Health. So the first thing we have to do is do an election of a chairman. So I need a motion for a chairman and then a second, and then discussion, and we'll vote. So is there anyone who wants to volunteer? And it can't be me.
I always volunteer for everything, so my thing is I'll do anything you need me to do.
Okay, so does somebody want to make a motion for Heather Shea to be chair?
I will motion for Heather Shea to be chair of the Board of Health.
Okay, and do we have a second?
Second, this is Kathy Tucker.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yep.
I'm just writing all this down so I don't miss it. Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Hearing none. All in favor? Guys,
Aye.
say
Do I say aye?
yes.
Yeah.
Aye.
Jean, you're in favor?
Yes.
Okay. So we, any abstentions? No, and no votes because we've run out of people. Everybody voted yes. So it passes unanimously. Congratulations. You are now the chair. I will finish the rest of the meeting, but then we will set up a schedule of meetings, and whether you're going to do it monthly or however you decide. And the best way to do that is to eventually put it through the clerk's office, your schedule of meetings, so then you have regular meetings. You don't have to call special meetings. We
Okay.
do need a vice chair, though, so I'm looking for a motion for vice chair.
I make a motion for Kathy Waterfield to be the vice chair of the Board
I
of
second
Health.
that.
I knew that was coming. I think I can handle being your backup, Heather. Knowing what a good worker you are.
I have to
Mhm.
tell you, I was going to be calling you anyway for guidance, so I appreciate
No
it.
problem. No
Thank
problem. I think that will work out well, seeing as I have a slight amount of experience for the past
Yeah,
year doing the
For
Board
sure.
of Ed. So
for sure. That was exactly.
not a lot, trust.
I know.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor, a second. I think we've already had discussion. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Passes unanimously. Congratulations. And now we need a secretary. That's the last one that we need. Do I have a motion for someone to be secretary?
Does somebody want to volunteer?
Does somebody want to volunteer? We still would have to motion after, but does somebody want to volunteer?
Kath, I don't want to speak for you, but I know you have a lot on your plate right now.
Mhm.
So I don't know if
That's
maybe,
why I'm not jumping in there
I
right
know.
now.
No.
I know. So maybe
I
Jean,
think-
would you mind?
Yeah, Jean, would you be able to be the secretary?
Sure, as long as somebody tells me what
Participant
to do.
has left the meeting.
I will motion, Jean.
Oh, hi, Kathy.
Look
Okay,
beautiful.
Jean,
So I'm fine with it as long as somebody tells me what I need to do.
yes, well, what we'll do, you're going to end up having to take minutes at the meetings, but, you know, you can record them. It's not all that difficult, but we'll be happy to, you know, talk to you. Kristen has helped others, you know, we don't mind showing people in the beginning, because basically what I'm doing now, I'm basically putting down times, who made a motion, who seconded the motion, discussion, and again, minutes don't have to be verbatim. A Board of Ed does a great job because they do them verbatim, but you could just say discussion followed.
Because we have Tammy.
Oh, yeah, right. That's true too. That's true. They've done verbatim though for years. You really think you're at the Board of Ed meeting when you read the minutes. You don't miss
Well,
a trick.
and we have Mary Lou, so you
Right.
know,
Mhm.
we have good help.
But we will assist you. And another thing I may do too is because of freedom of information and there's different rules. And I know a lot of people are on boards, but if it's not a public board, like a municipal board, you don't have to comply with freedom of information if it's a private board. So I want everybody to understand the rules. It just makes it easier. So Tom Hennick would be more than happy to give any group, not only yours, but any group, informational training. And I'll have him bring me some more. I got the little cheat sheets, which I love, because the act is like probably 15, 20 pages, but they reduce it down to a nice 3-fold little card. And it tells you, you know, how many hours that you have to post the minutes and different things. And it makes it very easy as opposed to reading, you know, 15 or 20 pages of legal. So, all right. So now I'm going to need a motion for Jean Mullins to become the secretary.
I motion.
Thank you.
Second,
Do I have a second?
second.
Thank you, Kathy. Second.
Oh, hi, Kathy. Nice to meet you.
You too, how are you?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Abstentions? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Jean. And so the last thing that we have on is the future meeting schedule. I don't know if you want to come up with a meeting, because this is, it's your convenience and that type of thing, when your next meeting would be. And then we can just call a special meeting for it, and have an agenda. Do you have, does anybody have any preference as to?
I just can't do first and third Mondays because those are the Board of Ed meetings.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is getting started. I think we should be a little more regular to get into a routine,
Mm-hmm.
especially right now with everything as it is. I don't have off the top of my head any specific date or time. I would just say work around everyone's schedule and do even monthly. Sure, I don't know
Yeah.
if
I think you should pick the third, no, not the third Monday, like the second Monday of the month, just so everyone knows it's the same day.
Yeah.
Even if people
Right.
can't make a meeting or whatever, but like it should be the same day every month, or the second Thursday of the month, whatever day. I don't care what day it is,
Right.
except the first and third
Now,
Mondays.
because
It should be the same day every month.
The only conflict would be council meetings, but it's not going to be anything that you guys don't go to the council meetings. And if you do, it's only, you still have another Monday, and the council meets twice a month. So do you want to pick the Thursday, or it's on you, just
Why don't we do second Tuesday?
Yeah.
second Tuesday. So the second Tuesday of March,
that
Well,
should work. Yeah.
Right.
March
the 9th. Does that work for everyone?
That should work.
It does.
Okay.
The days are fine with me. It just depends on the times.
And what time would you like?
Oh yeah,
I work-
it's got to be evening for me
Evening.
because I work days.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I work till 5:30 in North Haven. So, I mean, something like this would be okay because I could either stay or do it video. But like, if it's going to eventually be back to in person, that would only be the challenge.
Well, why don't we start out with 6:30 virtually on Tuesday the 9th
Okay.
of March, and schedule them virtually, and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do 6 or 6:30. I don't mean to be the boss of anybody.
No, it's fine. Anything is fine.
Well,
You guys prefer 6? I was
I'm
just trying to
good
think
with
of Jean
6:30.
driving home if it's busy.
yeah, if she runs, does 6:30 work for everyone? Because
Yeah.
that way then, if
That's
anybody
great.
runs into traffic or anything like that. So
Yeah.
then, and what we can do is, if you want to go through the end of the year, because what happens now is, if you, this will be a special meeting. So you are locked into the agenda then. Whatever agenda you put forward, you're locked into it. You can't add anything. You can't skip, change around, or anything at all like that. But if you do your meetings through the end of the year, and we file it with the clerk's office, now they become regular meetings. That's why Board of Ed and City Council, you can see that there's not a problem. They can add stuff, they can change things around, they can move things, because they're regular meetings then and not special meetings. So I could see if we could get that done. If you folks want it for right now, and you can always change it afterwards. Nothing is etched in stone as long as you do it within the 24-hour parameter. So we could pick the second Tuesday of every month at 6:30 for now, and then go from there.
Yep.
How's that sound? Through December. Okay?
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Thank you all
Now,
for your
Nancy,
time.
one question about meetings. If we decide that we want to do 2 meetings a month
Mhm.
as regular meetings, could we add this 4th Tuesday of the month
You could
as
add
a regular meeting, or would we have to have special meetings? Or could
No,
we do
you-
either?
You would have to have a special meeting. Again, it's the same rule until you have that 30-day window. So again, say like now, it's the 9th. Your next meeting is going to be, say, April 9th. That's probably not the right thing. That's 30 days out. So if we get it to the clerk's office or whatever, that would be a regular meeting, not a special meeting.
So we just have to notice it for 30 days.
Right. So say
Okay.
you go ahead and you meet a couple of months and you say, you know what, we have a real lot to do here. Maybe we should add a second meeting. We'll go through the same process. You add the second meeting, you call it a special meeting for the month, and then you give a new list to Patty Horvath in her office. And now you go through December. Once you get that part done, it makes life so much easier because then you call a special meeting if there's a special topic or maybe you have a speaker or whatever may come up. But with regular meetings, say at the last minute that somebody is going to speak, you can add it to a regular meeting. They can tell you the day before and somebody can make a motion at the meeting and say, oh, we want so-and-so to speak tonight. Okay, no problem. If it's a special meeting, you can't do that.
Would we do better then to do second and fourth Tuesday and have that?
So the only thing I would say to that is that sometimes you get a lot of flack for canceling meetings,
Yes.
but you never get flack for adding
She's
a special
right.
meeting.
Okay.
And you're right, Kebby. She's absolutely
Okay.
right. If you cancel a meeting, it's like there's some situation up,
Yeah.
like you're pulling something. You're not being transparent.
Yeah,
It's better.
true.
Give
I mean,
yourself
I had to
a month
cancel
or
last
two.
month's Board of Ed meeting, and it was like, school was closed. There was a blizzard, and you would have think
And
that
they
like
still.
I ran over someone's dog. Like it.
You're right. Yeah.
So
for right now, you play it by ear. This is new. So, because I don't know when the last time the Board of Health, I don't remember when I was on the council. That's what I mean. So this is great. And I think we have a lot of work to do, as we know, and not only with the pandemic, but the vaccination clinics and making sure that everyone is vaccinated and that we're taking care of our vulnerable population, our Black and brown people, that Hispanic, because if you look at the numbers, are definitely lower by a lot than white people. I mean, Caucasian. So we have a lot of work to do to catch up. And Maureen is wonderful to work with. She's all about treating people with respect, and she's done a wonderful job so far with getting these clinics, because that's not an easy task either, to get the clinics. What they're thinking about now, that's in the near future, that we have a lot of homebound people, people that can't get out or whatever, or scared to go out or whatever. And so they're trying to work something out so that they can go to the home to vaccinate. So that's an important process, I think, too.
Nancy, do you know if Maureen or I don't even think I gave Maureen's name. I think I gave your name. Did you hear from anybody from Yale? Did they reach out to you at all yet?
Oh, okay. No. What happened? Yale West.
Remember I called you?
Right. It was already in the process, though. What happened was, and I just was lucky, I opened my email because I was going out to do the Valentine's deliveries, and Yale West had reached out, and they didn't put, they put Maureen on, but she was tied up doing something. They didn't put Joe Soto on. So I seen I was the only one. So I called Maureen. She called me right back. She was going to, and I said, I forwarded you the email. I put Joe Soto on it. Joe Soto then in turn did the reverse 911 and to people, let them know you can go and get this back. So we did get a lot of people vaccinated. And I talked with Maureen about maybe we can make this an ongoing process. So she is in talks with Yale West now to see if we can have this, even if it's every month or something, because again, the more people we get vaccinated, the better off it's going to be. So she's working on that along with what I call the homebound group that, again, they're shut in for whatever the reason. They could be on a walker, they could be in a wheelchair, whatever their reason is. And they want to be protected as well. Because let's face it, they have doctor's appointments, you're still going out into public. So that's why it's been a challenge, but I think that, our health department has definitely rose to the occasion, and we've had the vaccination clinics, and we're moving along with that and continuing with it.
And now, will Maureen attend these meetings?
Yes, that's what I said. Okay. She plans on attending. I told her in the beginning it'd probably be monthly, and she planned on attending. She'd give you an update. She'd be able to give you updates on what's going on with the vaccinations, what's going on with the population, what's going on with the COVID numbers, and be able to answer your questions. And I'm hopeful Dr. Muhammad will also be attending the meetings as well. He has attended a few of the department head meetings that I've had, and he's very informative and very, very knowledgeable. So I think that would be, good if the more he's on, the better off we'll all be.
Sorry, go ahead.
Are there any regular communications with the public that go out and notify them? Is there like a web page or anything that kind of gives information to the public from the Board of Health or the Department of Health?
We
in West
have,
Haven?
yes, the Department of Health has put a lot of stuff on. They have their own website. So what we've been doing, because a lot of people don't look at the Department of Health website, but they look at the
Right.
city website. So we've connected it. And now Michael Walsh puts it up on top. So it's like the first thing you'll see, 65 and over vaccine and this, and then read more and you can click down and it goes to that. So we've done that. We've tried to very much share it on Facebook and put it out there. And we've been doing that a lot. And in fact, we try to keep it as concise too, because it makes it a lot easier. And obviously we all know about the different age groups coming up and the different dates for it and the teachers. And so all of that is going on. But yes, we're trying to get it out to the public. And that's what worked really good with the reverse 911 or how they put the call out that day for Yale West.
Yeah.
Because quite a few people in West Haven were able to get the vaccine, which was great. And that's when it was the 65 and over, and they were able to get the vaccine. So it was good. And if we can connect as well with Yale, and we can work with them, that'd be great because, they have more resources than we do and facilities and all of that. So absolutely. But we have been trying very, very hard to put things out and then asking people to share it, because the more that they share it, they reach a different population than one or two people will. And we put it on the website. I put it on the mayor's page. We put it on West Haven the way it is. I know people may not like that group, but they have 10,000 followers. So
Yeah.
it's important.
It's a good
Yeah, we don't have to like them to put the word out.
Yeah.
They still need vaccines, whether we like them or not.
Put it on everybody's page. Yeah,
Now, so
everybody's page.
they have it's been good feedback on West Haven the way it is so far that I've seen, because I've tried to share it as much as possible and get it out there as soon as possible, because it changes too. I mean, go from one day to the next, sometimes it changes. So it's hard. It's like a chameleon. Like you don't know what's going on. And so we try very, very hard to keep up to date. And Maureen does. She'll call me if there's any last news, or we do emails back and forth. So we have been doing our best to get it out. But of course, we can always do better. So if there's any other vehicle that we're forgetting about or anything at all like that, let me know and we will try to incorporate it.
So does the city have like any data like around the latest community needs assessment? I know we have it, but I don't know if there's specific data that you look at.
You're going in and out, so I didn't quite hear all of it. You said the city have data, and then it kind of went in and out.
Yeah, around the community, like a community assessment. Do you have any data?
Community.
Off of?
You mean like how many people have been vaccinated and that type of thing?
And all that, like demographics of the communities and who's been, vaccinated, needs to be vaccinated, that kind of stuff.
It's so hard, Kathy, to hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
I think she was asking about the vaccination numbers of like who has been vaccinated, who still needs vaccination, what demographic population they belong to. Was I hearing you right, Kath? All right.
Yeah.
Part of it was probably ESP because we're usually on the same page. So
I can find out.
I think they pull that same data down that we pull down. I think it's pulled down from the state, and I'm pretty sure that Maureen has access to pull that all down.
She
too.
does.
Dr. Mohammed, I remember on one of the last meetings that I saw that he spoke at, he was referencing some of those West Haven numbers specifically, and he and Maureen both had access to them.
Okay.
Which is good, because we do need that data. You're absolutely right, because you don't know how good you're doing unless you get a report card, and the data to me is a report card. So, and that's why, we don't waste any vaccine, and we're very, very careful with it. So obviously you have friends in the background. I see, Cabby, the dog.
That dog is so crazy. That's that dog I got from Sandy LaRusso. She's walking the back of the couch all of a sudden.
So yes, I think we're going to do a good job here. I love the idea of the Board of Health, not only for the pandemic and for COVID, but other issues throughout our city. And we can get just information purposes, like Kathy's talking about. Aside from COVID, there's a lot of other things, and whether it's the mosquitoes, whether it's ticks, whatever it may be, because we've had all of that. The more information that we can get out to people, the more comfortable they'll feel as well if they know the right protocol and what's going on, and they're getting real information instead of gossip, if you will.
For sure, yeah.
As far as that. All right. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add? Okay, well, thank you all again. I need a motion to adjourn.
Yep. I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, I don't have to ask all in favor because everybody's going to say aye. So we are adjourning the meeting at 5:56. Thank you so, so much. Everybody have a good evening. And again, thank you very much for your service.
Thank you, Mayor
Thank
Rossi.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Even you, Kristen, who was silent.
Quiet, yeah. I have to figure out how to sign off. Leave.
All my big things. There we go.